Your inner child is the symbolic child version of the love and fear you experienced and absorbed as you grew into an adult. Everyone has experienced life differently, but we all have experienced both love and fear. We all act and react out of these two emotions, whether it's consciously or unconsciously. Fear has caused certain events in our lives to be traumatic. These traumatic occurrences have caused the wounds that most of us as adults currently still have. Common sense would tell us that when a wound isn't healed, they don't just go away, they fester and create more problems. These problems come in many forms, and these wounds are triggered in many different ways. When triggered, most of us react through the emotion of fear rather than love. Until we go back to find the root program to these wounds, they will never heal. Until we are consciously aware of these wounds, until we realize that these wounds are the very catalyst to why we think, react, and act the way we do, we can never begin to heal and be free. They will remain in our system and be the reason you are who you are and are who you be. Your subconscious mind is downloaded with the responses you have to these triggers and will always communicate with your conscious mind to have you think thoughts that are in harmony with those responses. Your external reality is the very reflection of your internal reality or programming. It is up to each individual to become aware of their own programming in order to begin to heal and transform, to become the observer of the thoughts that are created in order to change the way you want your subconscious mind to communicate with your conscious mind. This takes time as we have downloaded this way of thinking and feeling for our entire lives. We become so comfortable living in fear, we forget who and what we actually are, and that is unconditional love. We have forgotten that we have the opportunity to be and live through the experiences of love that we had growing up. But our ego mind latches on to the traumas, causing us to act through our fear-based emotion instead of love. The ego mind does this because it's the only place that it has life, and of course, it wants to be alive. The experiences of love came from moments when we weren't living in fear, and instead we were living freely as nature intended us to. We forget that we are a piece of creation created by the creator, therefore we are creators. We all create all day long, right? We create thoughts that create feelings, that create actions and or reactions. These actions create our lives. So doesn't that tell you right there that you are a creator and the creator of your reality? So the main purpose of finding your inner child is to be aware of the wounds that create your thoughts, that create your feelings, that create your actions, that ultimately create your life. When you become consciously aware of these things, you begin to heal and reprogram your life. You begin to choose to live through the emotion of love, our true first nature, rather than the emotion of fear. I have created the song Playground with the intention to bring awareness to this topic. I wrote the lyrics based off my journey and experiences through life. This song is aimed to help adults and parents to become familiar with and heal their inner child, to remember who and what they are, to unfreeze the mind to begin to operate and function as the best version of themselves, to be able to teach their children to not live in fear, to have the tools to teach them to live through and as our most natural self, unconditional love, happiness, peace, kindness, and blissfulness, to live in a state of Zen, to remember to let loose, have fun, and be a kid, to not live confined to society and governmental fear, to enjoy the moment of now and not suffer in the past or worry about the future, to choose the choice of love in every opportunity through our walk of life.
It's time to rewind, it's time to be a kid and unfreeze your mind. Time to rewind and remind the mind to shine bright. Open up your heart and be kind. Time to be a kid and unfreeze your mind. Time to be a kid and unfreeze your mind. Beat in my head, but I don't hear a sound.